Shana Tova. Is this high enough? Okay, cool. I want to say Shana Tova to everyone here in person and on live stream. And I'd like to thank Rabbi Klein and the clergy team for inviting me here to speak tonight. It's truly an honor. For those of you who I've yet to meet, I'm Matt Weisberg. I use he, him pronouns, and you can usually find me at CBST Sanctuary on 30th Street on Shabbat evenings on the left side, or at Soat Coffee on the Upper West Side on the weekends. I've been coming to CBST since 2022, but became a member right after this service in 2023. I was invited to speak here to share why I chose to be a member of this vibrant congregation, but I think to understand that, you need to know where I come from. I had the privilege of growing up in a home with two loving parents, had my mom and dad online. We were an interfaith, secular, Jewish family. I attended a Jewish day school through 8th grade and still have some of my best friends from those years. I was an active member in the Reform Movement's youth group, NIFTY. Growing up, I knew I was different. Later understood I was one of a small handful of gay kids in my community. Some of my peers knew I was different too, as I had my fair share of teasing and bullying. This feeling of being othered left a profound impact on how I viewed the world. Now, hindsight is 20/20, but I believe being a closeted gay kid influenced me to be active in community service as I understood how being othered felt, and I wanted to make sure people in my community felt supported. So I attend my synagogue for mitzvah days, I had a birthday fundraiser for the local turtle sanctuary, and I volunteered at the local retirement home for many holidays. As I grew older, I refined my understanding of supporting others and linked it to a fight for justice, or the Jewish value tzedek. I identified so much with this mitzvah that I even wrote my college and graduate school entrance essays about how my Jewish identity pushes me to promote justice and equity in my career. Fast forward a few years, I'm moving to New York City for grad school in the middle of the COVID pandemic. Without the ability to socialize, connect, and feel active in promoting tzedek, my sense of Jewish community felt faint. As things began to open up, I reconnected with an old friend who isn't only Jewish and gay, but was also a first-year rabbinical school student. This friend helped me find queer Jews around the city, and then less than a year later invited me to the gay synagogue, where he was going to be an intern. After hopping around to different congregations for a year, I had no idea what to expect. But when I entered, I saw a joyful, intergenerational, and a spiritual community. There was beautiful music from Joyce's piano and Sam's voice. Rabbi Kleinbaum spoke beautifully and powerfully, and many friendly congregants came up to me to introduce themselves after services. I quickly learned how engaged CBST is in this fight for justice. From the ARC Immigration Clinic, guest speakers at Shabbat services on the front lines of justice work, to always knowing I'll see Rabbi James with her rainbow umbrella at a protest or rally when our communities are under attack. This place started to feel like my Jewish home, but I wanted to see more peers in the congregation as well. So I became involved in Aleinu, CBST's 20s and 30s group that was revitalized after the pandemic. Our community has grown so much in the last 3 years, and we've added some fun traditions, including semi-regular Shabbat drag shows, where we had 2 Jewish drag queens sing Barbra Streisand in our sanctuary. In my head, CBST is certainly living up to its nickname as the gay synagogue. We are unapologetically queer, whatever that means to you. We understand our history and continue to uplift marginalized voices, and we are full of diverse perspectives. Now, I encourage everyone here in the room to take 3 seconds, maybe 5, look around the room, actually look around, and to those online, drop where you are in the live chat. This is probably most likely the most intergenerational queer space in New York City, if not the United States. It's truly magical, all of the different journeys and connections that we have in this room. I challenge you to take a moment after services tonight to say Shana Tova to someone new. So now you might be thinking, of course I became a member after saying all this. Well, it actually took me over a year of showing up to Shabbat regularly and being an active member in Aleinu to finally becoming a member. Initially, I didn't see the value of being a member of a congregation as someone in my 20s. Obviously, I was drawn to CBST's commitment to justice, but New York has numerous progressive, LGBTQ-friendly synagogues with congregants my age. So why did I make the choice for CBST? It really comes down to the future and investing in the future. I believe we're at an inflection point for the queer and Jewish people, especially in New York City. It's easier to find accepting institutions, but our challenges persist in new forms. For just 2 examples, there's division over how Jewish institutions discuss Israel and Palestine. our trans siblings and immigrant neighbors are constantly under attack from their government. Right now, more than ever, an institution with rich identity and diversity, denouncing social injustice wherever it exists and striving for civil rights for all people is essential. I became a member to buy into an institution that I trust will meet the current challenges we face as a queer and Jewish community and be prepared for whatever the future may hold. I recently read in the book that the Talmud poses a question. If you steal from a Jew who dies with no living relatives, how do you pay them back? It then dismisses this premise completely, as no Jew is without a relative. The medieval commentator Rosh explains, we are all children of our forefather Jacob. We are all each other's relatives. This really spoke to me as it mirrors how many queer people see their community as their family. We call it our chosen family. This is how I view being a member of CBST. We are part of at least one family, usually two, if not even more, through our queer or Jewish or other connections. You can't find this anywhere else, and in order to keep this alive, we must invest our time, our money, our presence, or any other way we can to help build our community. If there is a challenge or issue that you wish to see promoted, I urge you to get involved. We have age cohorts ranging from Alenu's 20s and 30s, Lador Vador 40s, 50s, and beyond, to Mishpacha and Aging Together, which includes Edith in Florida at 105 years young. We have interest-based groups like Emet, which is our trans and non-binary group, the Community Chorus, and Middle East and Me. We offer a rich array of classes for our adult education series multiple times a year and have an education program for children as well. And also take a look, this is not on my speech, take a look in your booklet. It has like dozens of groups that we have at CBST that I forget about every year. If you wish to participate in something that doesn't yet exist, there are definitely people here who align with you that can help lift that off the ground, whether political, cultural or social, big or small, in person or online. CBST can be a home for your passion. When I saw Aleinu, I knew I could plug in to help that community grow. We've planned rooftop Sukkot and Havdalah events, a full Shabbat Shabbaton day, and again, a drag show in the sanctuary. You can also hang out with us tomorrow, no matter your age, at our picnic right after Tashlich on Pier 64. This synagogue is here over 50 years after its founding due to the dedication of the members and leaders. CBST is unique in this history, and the staff and clergy understand that and have been extremely supportive of Aleinu's work in building the future. To be clear, becoming a member doesn't mean you need to commit all your time to a program or event, but allows you to have your voice be heard. I know I'm not alone in this feeling, but I want to ensure historic queer and Jewish institutions are there for me far into the future for whatever I may need, whether it's a supportive community, pastoral care, Jewish learning, and more. In order for us to continue being a strong institution, fighting injustice and promoting equality, new members of all backgrounds should join us. If you feel inspired this holiday season and you want to take Rabbi Werber's challenge from her Rosh and that this community is truly your community, if you want these clergy to be your clergy, I urge you to join. You can turn to page 54 in your High Holiday booklet, or if it's in your practice, visit cbst.org/membership for details. Staff and congregants are always happy to support you in your journey for membership. In fact, CBST is holding a social for those of you who are not members yet at CBST on West 30th Street on October 24th. Information will be shared via email, and I think it's on the screens, maybe not. It'll be shared via email. To those of you attending tonight who are already members of CBST's community, I encourage you to dive deeper into everything we do here. To those who are first-timers, I hope this isn't your last. To those who have attended before, consider this being part of your queer, Jewish, intergenerational, change-making, powerful community, and soon enough calling it your own. Thank you for letting me be a part of your High Holiday experience this evening. I wish each of you a Shana Tova, a Happy New Year ahead, and a Hag Sameach. Thank you.